found out the secret to improving your academic performance in IELTS speaking and IELTS writing, especially in IELTS speaking part 3, where you need to use your logical thinking skills and critical reasoning skills to show the examiner how much you know about this topic. And I cannot help myself by making this video, and I hope you guys can benefit from this video to some degree. So without further ado, let's just get started right now. And now, first of all, I'm going to share with you one topic from IELTS writing part task 2. All right. The topic is, some people believe that visitors to other countries should follow local customs and behavior. Others disagree and think that the host country should welcome cultural differences. So we should pick a side, or we should tell the examiner what do we agree or disagree. We can completely agree with one side or partially agree with one side. All right, so if you were the one taking part in this exam, you're the one writing this essay, what would you do? Okay, so let's see you agree with the former one, which is the visitors should show their respect to the local customs and behavior. And when it comes to this topic, when it comes to answering question, I know that a lot of people will answer question like that. It's really important to show respect to local customs, because if you don't do it, then the local people will probably fight against you. They'll be ferocious, and they think that you do not respect their culture, right? Things like that. Basically, everything they said is really superficial. They just simply tell you the phenomenon, like why people do that, why visitors show disrespect to local people's costumes, and the local peoples will get ferocious and super intimidated and super irritated. Why is that? So that's the secret, guys. The secret is that you have to point out the underlying mechanism behind this phenomenon. Once you do that, your overall exam performance in writing and speaking will inevitably be higher. So how do we do it? It's really simple. Let's just think about one question. Why our culture is ignored? When our culture is ignored, we will be angry. Why is that? It's pretty simple, because our culture shapes our sense of identity, making us realize where we come from and making us know more about our origins, right? And it helps us deepen understanding of our roots. So when we talk about culture, actually we talk about more about ourselves, because this sense of cultural like pride or heritage makes us know who we are, and it helps us kind of develop the ability to tell right from wrong, and it helps us form sound outlooks on life. So basically, if visitors show disrespect to our culture, it means that they show disrespect to ourselves. So that's why we will be ferocious and angry, right? I tried everything to explain the subtle connection between culture and ourselves. So that's why when they do this, we will be that. That's the logic, right? So that's why I think in IELTS writing and speaking, especially in speaking part 3, just like I mentioned before, it's really important to tell the examiner the underlying reason of one phenomenon. For example, probably the examiner will ask you why children now are less likely to interact with other people, right? You cannot just simply tell the examiner like it's really personality dependent. For some people, they tend to interact with other people. For some people, they don't. It's completely superficial and shallow, right? You gotta tell the examiner the underlying reason of it. Because of the development of the internet, and children are deeply addicted to the digital devices like smartphone, right? So that's why they just did not have enough time to interact with other people, or their willingness to interact with other people is declined. So that's why, in the end, they do not interact with other people. This is the phenomenon, but you gotta tell me the mechanism behind this phenomenon. Like, how do they feel about it, and why they do this? The why is always the most important thing. So the next time when you guys are preparing for the IELTS speaking or IELTS writing, just take some time thinking about the mechanisms behind phenomenon. And if you can answer a question like that, I cannot make sure, but I think one thing is sure, which is your academic performance will be improved, right? So this one thing that just occurred to me a couple of minutes ago, and I haven't organized my thoughts properly. So that's why in this video my thoughts are off. But I guess you guys know what I'm saying in this video, and I just hope you guys can take something away from this video. That's what I'm thinking, and I hope you guys, if you are preparing for the exam, I hope you pass the exam with flying colors. All right, because I'm preparing the exam as well. That's why I kind of have this bright idea, and I want to share with you guys. In the end, I just hope all of us can get what we want out of this exam, and you can apply for the top-notch universities in the future, and I can test whether my methodology is applicable. Okay, so that's basically it. Hope to see you guys in my next video.